I gave two AIs a job, one to create the exam, one to sit the exam. The loop runs until the exam is passed. No human touches the code. Here's what actually happened. Neither of those two models are smart enough to build software alone. One is a 14 billion parameter reasoner, that's the brain. The other is a 24 billion parameter coder, he's the arms. Both run on a single GPU or single computer, compressed down so small that they forget things mid-sentence. But here's what most people miss about intelligence. Intelligence is never about the individual components. It's about how you arrange the components. I wrote 1,000 lines of code by hand for the orchestrator. The orchestrator is not an intelligent system. It's just code. It conducts the two models. It tells each of the models when to think, what to see, how much to remember. The models don't coordinate. The structure I built around them, between them, is doing the coordination. That's substrate intelligence. The capability lives in the arrangement itself, not the parts. So what went wrong in this experiment? Because it did go wrong multiple times. One of my first real tests, the coding model, the arms, had the correct answer from the very first attempt. Perfect code. And the system still looped 17 times and never finished. Why? Because the exam that the brains wrote was wrong. The reasoning model wrote tests that expected the wrong answers. And no part of no system can catch that. The review process, the review phase kept blaming the coder, the arms. And the coder kept rewriting perfect, correct code every time. 17 rounds of the machine arguing with itself about a problem that never existed, that didn't exist. The lesson here? When a system is stuck, any system, not just AI, the blockage is almost never at the point of execution. It's upstream in the specifications, in what you're being told success looks like. And I built a detection mechanism for exactly this. When the coder, the arms, stops changing its answer, but the test kept suspiciously failing, the system now signals the knowledge that you gave me has a gap. So it tells me, fix the brief, not the worker. And the thing is, these models can handle 4 times the information I'm currently feeding to them, but I'm choosing not to, because constraints is how you find what's structurally sound versus what's just tolerated by access capacity in surplus. If the system works when every token has to earn its place, it'll work when I scale it. If it only works with breathing room, with lots of breathing room, it was never working. It was just getting lucky. That principle applies well beyond AI. Any system, a business, a body, a practice. If it only functions with surplus, the architecture is hiding a flaw. So intelligence isn't a substance you pour into a container like a GPU or a computer or whatever. It's a pattern that emerges from the right constraints, the right arrangement, and honest feedback about where the real gaps are. I bridge different forms of intelligence for a living. This project is me practicing that on machines.